what
This
time
call
to
is
talk.
now being recorded.
Yes, Miss
सर
Ba.
आपने स्क्रीन प्रेजेंट की?
I have already
हाँ कर
presented.
दी है. Yes, sir. We can see your screen.
Aisha, Saturday you were
Yes,
absent. I know.
yes, sir.
So, what was the reason?
सर मेरा फोन खराब हो गया था. रिपेयर करने के लिए दिया था.
So you could have went to your friend's house.
नो सर. मुझे है ना साथ में बाहर भी जाना था.
Okay, but
और वैसे पढ़ाई एक दिन मिस हो जाएगी तो क्या हो जाएगा. हाँ सैटरडे था ऐसे तो.
it's okay, but you cannot take it so lightly. Those who are attending lectures every day, I am only insisting them because they go with the
हाँ
flow.
सर मेरी फर्स्ट इतने दिन में पहली बार छुट्टी हुई. वो भी फोन खराब हो गया था इसलिए.
Recording is to be used. I hope you know. Recording is there.
यस.
So please watch it.
हाँ तो तू भी जब एब्सेंट होगी तब तेरा आवाज नहीं आएगा तो सर तुझे भी बोलेंगे. हाँ.
Yes, you know something? I'll just tell you for your knowledge. Maybe you will not believe, but still I want to tell you that the recordings that are sent in the group, randomly, one recording is watched from every class by sir every day, randomly. So maybe it might be your lecture or the other lectures, I don't know. Just to see how is your response, how many are giving answers, how many are present. So it is being checked.
सॉरी सर.
No, I'm just informing you. No, not to be sorry
सर
for that.
को नहीं जो रिकॉर्डिंग देख रहे उसके लिए सॉरी. आज कभी
Why?
देखा तो. सर पर हम लोग बातें कर रहे थे ना इसलिए.
No, it's okay.
Sir,
Bolo.
sir, we have to buy a grammar textbook or not?
As of now, it is not needed. Later on,
Okay,
I'll
sir.
tell you if it's needed. Work with PDF.
Sir, आप लिखा होगा अभी.
Yes, now see, subject and predicate is something which you have been learning since 5th and 6th. So still we'll read the definition. A combination of words that makes complete sense is called a sentence. The subject of a sentence is who or what it is about. Whom are we talking about? Which thing is the focus of the sentence? किसकी बात हो रही है? That is subject. The part that tells us about the subject is called predicate. And also predicate includes verb. It gives us more information about the subject. A subject can be a thing, person, place, whatever. But what is being talked about? Who is being talked about? That is the subject. So underline the subject, circle the predicate. We will just underline with different colors. We will not circle it. So tell me what is the subject and which color should I use for subject? Red. Pink. Okay. And for predicate?
ग्रीन.
ग्रीन.
Green. Okay. So what is the subject?
द अर्थ इज सब्जेक्ट.
Is it pink or purple? Pink. Okay. Next. As I mark one, you can
The
tell me the next
shepherd
one.
is the subject. Heard a barking sound is predicate.
can go ahead.
My grandmother is subject.
Is coming from London is predicate.
सर 2 मिनट सर, मुझे लिखने का है, ऊपर मत जाने देना।
Very big subject we have. I.
Read before going to sleep is predicate.
I'll tell you something about these sentences. We have to underline the whole thing. Why, I will tell you. The sentence formation given over here is different. See, in this sentence, why have I underlined next week? The actual sentence should be like this. My grandmother is coming from London next week. So the sentence should begin with this, my grandmother. My grandmother is coming from London next week. So this next week will
हाँ
go to the end of the
सच्ची
sentence.
सर
What?
आपकी ग्रैंडमदर आ रही है नेक्स्ट वीक
No, she's already here. Actually, I wanted
तो
to
अभी
ask
आप
her.
बोले सर माय ग्रैंडमदर इज कमिंग फ्रॉम लंदन
See, I also wanted to talk about this, but you know what I thought then? Do you know what did I think?
व्हाट सर
That everyone is not so lucky that understood.
यस
So I ignored it. Then someone might feel bad. Here also the sentence should be like, I like to read before going to sleep after dinner. So after dinner
तो
will
कौन से
go.
बुक रीड करते हो
Don't say. Now you are just using your same tricks of mine on me.
तो क्या करूँ सर आप इतनी बोरिंग बच्चे में मैं करूँ क्या मतलब सर मजाक मस्ती तो चाहिए ना
What is the subject here? Is there any subject? ये तो verb हो गया.
No, sir.
Look out. There is no
सर ये
subject.
पर्पल लाइन वाला सब्जेक्ट है ना।
हाँ
Which
शिफा
purpose? Zoya is not
और
giving
ग्रीन
answer.
लाइन वाला, और ग्रीन लाइन वाला
You have to assume the subject. You look out for the sharp
सर
turn.
ग्रीन लाइन वाले के ऊपर क्या लिखना है?
It is predicate. Can you just take screenshot now? Don't write it. What is the subject in the next sentence? Tell me quickly.
I.
So big subject we have. Next. What is the subject?
Which
No, I want someone to read the sentence.
So can I?
Yes.
We will be having a pizza party tomorrow after mother returns from her tour.
Really? So you would not invite me? We will have
सर
pizza
सिर्फ
party.
फ्रेंड्स को इनविटेशन दिया था.
That is not fair.
सर टीचर्स अलाउड नहीं थे ना.
You have pizza party alone. That is not fair. Whoever knows the answer can give the answer. Next one. Every time I'll not ask you to give the answer. You have to tell me. You will be able to see the lighthouse from the windows of our attic. The huge man sitting in front of me at the cinema was a big obstruction. What is the subject? The huge man.
the hookman. Subject
What?
is the hookman.
Huge. After the theater, my friend and I hurried towards the bus. What is the subject over here?
My friend and
My
I.
friend and I.
My friend and I. And predicate?
I hurried towards the bus.
Okay, can anyone tell me how should the sentence how can we form the sentence actually? How should the sentence be? I already taught you in sentence number 3 and 4.
My friend and I hurried towards the bus after the theater.
Yes, exactly. My friend and I hurried towards the bus after the theater. That way, when you read, then you will know that why have I underlined the first part. Otherwise, you will be confused कि ये क्या है, यहाँ पे predicate, यहाँ पे subject, फिर से predicate. But actually, the sentence should be read in a different way. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The paper was so easy that the students finished it before time, which you are doing it nowadays.
The student is subject.
सर के नंबर करो तो सही, मैंने नहीं लिखा है.
You are not audible. What are you saying?
सर के नंबर वापस करो, मैंने नहीं लिखा है.
Finish it before time is predicate.
Next. She will never be able to forgive Rana for what he did to her. What is the subject?
She She is subject.
Then most trees shed their leaves during autumn.
Most trees is subject.
Shed, that is the verb. Shed their leaves during autumn, that is predicate. This is the best book I have read by Gulzar.
Book is subject. I have read by Gulzar is predicate.
But one correction I would make, this book. Now you tell me, how should we read the sentence actually? What is the correct order of the words?
सर अभी रुकना सर जाने मत दे
How should we read this sentence?
This book is the best I have read by Gulzar.
Yes, read. This book is the best book I have read by Gulzar. That is the correct way of reading. But if you just underline book in exam, you will still get marks. Just take screenshot quickly, or you can do it later from the recording if you don't
नो
want to take it
सर
now.
नो सर
Done?
स्क्रीनशॉट नो सर स्क्रीनशॉट
Sir done.
Okay.
नो सर बाकी है
But Shifa, don't you watch the recording?
No.
अरे
नो
but for
सर यहाँ
screenshot
पे
you can fast forward it and you can do screenshot.
सर एक लास्ट ही बाकी है लिख लेने देंगे सर
We are not writing it now, sorry, because it takes a lot of time.
पर सर
Now see,
फर्स्ट पार्ट का तो स्क्रीनशॉट लेने दो
okay, do it now. Done?
यस सर
Aisha,
Yes, sir.
read this.
Read this sentence. The woman who followed us inside went to the reception. The highlighted words tell us more about the subject. The subject that is modified by a noun phrase or clause or any other phrase or clause is called a complex subject.
Yes, read this also.
Here, two subjects are joined by a coordinating conjunction. With this sentence, the mother and daughter ran out of the house hurriedly. Here, two subjects are joined by a coordinating conjunction. The subject containing two or more noun phrases joined by a coordinating conjunction is called a compound subject.
Now, do you remember coordinating conjunctions? Three we had done. Coordinating, subordinating, correlative. Yes. So, compound subject and complex subject. Two concepts are there over here. Now, compound subject means what? See here. The mother, daughter. There are two subjects. Two doers are there. There is one conjunction and it is a coordinating conjunction which you should know. Why is it coordinating? For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. So if there is a coordinating conjunction in between and there are two subjects, remember, two different subjects, mother and daughter are two different people. If two different subjects are joined with a coordinating conjunction, then it is called compound subject. But what is complex subject? In complex subject, you will see which conjunctions? Subordinating conjunctions. Who, what, which, when, where, all that. See, the woman who followed us inside went to the reception. So here the woman is the subject, but it is not compound subject because it is only single subject. It is not connected to any other subject with a coordinating conjunction. We have just got an extra information. Who followed us inside? Who is that conjunction? So this subject is called complex subject, the woman. If we remove this, the sentence is still complete. See, if you remove this highlighted part, the woman went to the reception. The sentence is still complete. It is still meaningful without this part. So, this part just gives additional information about the subject, which additional information, if you remove, still the sentence is meaningful. Did you understand?
Yes.
That is called
Sir.
complex subject. And complex subject is single, while in compound subjects you will see double. And wherever you see and, don't say that it is compound subject. It is possible कि किसी एक ही चीज की बात हो रही है और एक चीज की दो qualities है. Then it is not called compound subject. The mother and daughter are totally two different people. Then it is compound subject. अगर एक ही चीज की दो qualities दी है, for example, he is an honest and kind-hearted man. तो वहां पे end आया, honest and kind-hearted. But we are talking about the same person. Then it is not compound subject. It is complex subject. Did you understand the difference?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Then let us see how much you have understood. Underline the subjects and write whether they are complex or compound. So what should I underline? Number one.
Sheena and I.
And I.
Here we will not underline and क्योंकि वो तो conjunction हो गया, but we will underline Sheena, we will underline I. So which type of conjunction? Sorry, which type of
Compound, compound subject.
yes. This line is not getting adjusted over here. One minute.
सर इतने बड़े बड़े सब्जेक्ट है तो कैसे लाइन एडजस्ट होगी?
Opposite of that. Who is writing this? Subjects. See, here I have written plural. Compound subjects. Because there are two. Next.
A strong telescope is subject.
Which type?
Complex.
Subject. Will not add S. Then
My grandmother and grandfather subject.
Compound subject.
Compound.
next.
New Italian restaurant.
New Italian.
What is it? A
A
new
new
Italian?
Italian restaurant.
Restaurant.
Is it restaurant? Restaurant. Don't call it restaurant. Restaurant.
Complex subject.
Complex subject.
You keep taking screenshot. Then I won't scroll.
Sir, done.
Next.
Map of India.
The map of India. Map of India. Complex.
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 The gold.
Then
The golden ticket.
The golden ticket.
I hope we also get it.
Com-
Nice.
The golden ticket. Next.
Stone and
Prawn and combat.
compound.
What should we write?
Compound subject.
Are you sure?
Complex. Compound.
Why? Why is it complex?
Compound.
I told you something before. We are just talking about one thing, papers. Tone, crumpled. These qualities, these adjectives belong to one thing only, papers. Tone मतलब फटे हुए, crumpled means totally crushed. You know how to crumple it, right?
हाँ हमने बहुत किए सर और
Yeah,
गोले बना बना के क्लास में फेंके भी बहुत एक दूसरे को
that you are.
मैसेज भी ऐसे बहुत पहुंचा है
Yes,
सारा
are
किया है
expressing it.
सर.
But the main thing is you should understand why have we written complex and not compound.
Yes.
Then
The little girl. Little girl in the blue dress.
the little girl
Little girl in the blue dress. Complex.
Complex subject.
next.
G2 and I.
G-
Compound
I
subject.
G2 and I
Compound subject.
And the last.
The mouse which was clever.
the mouse
Complex.
So take screenshot.
Sir, done.
Done.
Sir, taken.
Taken.
Yes.
yes sir
Yes.
Okay. So Sarah,
yes sir
1 second. I will tell you something. Stop presenting.